Okay, so I'm back again. I'm not very tech savvy. Things get complicated after a while. I think I'm ready for one of those jitterbug phones, very simple. I commit the same mistake over and over, and I don't understand why the results are the same. That's kind of what goes on in my head. But anyway, we're back to acceptance. Um, and I think it's taken a while to come to terms with this. Everyone gets there, hopefully in their own time. Some people may never deal with it. My take on it is the sooner I accept it, the sooner I can get on with my life and just live my life and enjoy it. I've gotten many comments and well wishes and prayers, which I am so grateful for. People have said I'm brave. I don't see any bravery in this for myself. It may I'm not saying other people don't consider it that way or they're not. I I'm doing what I need to do for my own life. And I've gone through the steps. I've gone through the medicine. Um, Certain diet changes, exercise, socialization, all that good stuff. And now I'm just enjoying life. That's kind of my goal right now. So it takes a while to accept it. I think I was mad at the world for a time. Uh, Not so much the why me, poor me. Rather, it was very hard for me to understand how come other people could live to their 70s, 80s, and sharp and driving and still working, and I got this. But that solves nothing, right? So it's just a matter of accepting it and moving on, and it's acceptance of anything. It can be, another illness, a divorce, a death in the family. Everyone goes about it on their own time. Um, it also comes to accepting one's mortality in this instant. Um, that's a hard thing to deal with, and knowing the way it's going to turn out. All of you as caregivers, pour your hearts out about your loved ones, and it's very sad to read that my own family could possibly be going through the same thing in the future. Um, that's a very uh, tough thing to deal with. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and nothing's going to change it. So we just have to move ahead. As far as my family accepting it, we really don't. At least with the kids, we don't talk about it. I think a lot of times they forget I have dementia. I forget I have dementia, which is kind of funny anyway. But and it's hard to bring it up uh, out of the blue. And that's what they've told me. We could be having a great day together, lots of fun, and they're not going to say randomly, "Hey, so how's that dementia going?" Kind of puts a damper on the event. There's never a right time. I think slowly they've come to see changes, and instead of saying anything about it, they just kind of accept it in their own way. Uh, my daughter was over, and just to give you an example, I was reaching to get something off a top shelf. There was something in front of it. I knew very well there was something in front of it, but my head said, just reach around, grab olive oil. Well, the olive oil came pouring down, and it came down on me. At this point, all you can do is laugh. I have my days, like your person has their good days and bad days, I'm sure. And that's kind of the freaky thing about this is you can have a very normal day, and at least for me at this stage, and then I do something. One day I couldn't understand why I had put in a load of laundry, yet I had nothing in the basket. Uh, After everything I thought went through the the cycle, no, of washing and drying. And I finally came to see that I put the wet clothes in the dryer with the dry clothes. Something that kind of made me come to terms with the fact that this is real, this is progressing. And that was hard, because I couldn't deny that one. You know, for a while, I guess many of us just can't believe it's true. And so I know I will go through the motions and think, well, you know, I'm 57, that could happen to me, and that, you know, I'm aging, and certain things you just can't write off, and that was one of them. So it's a very slow process. People can last for years, progressively getting worse. Who knows how it's going to go, and we just have to deal with it. I know here in my house with my wife, we've come to talk about it a lot more, and that helps me and prepares her as well for what's to come. So that was basically what I wanted to talk to you about. Just give you examples of how things work. For example, today it was a storm, went to the gym. I had a difficult time following the teacher, which is very frustrating. And you know, I'm not going to go around telling everybody I have dementia. One guy said, well, just put it out there. And unfortunately, people hear the word dementia and they kind of flee and don't come back. So if I have a need at one point or another to say it, I will. But in the meantime, I don't have to go around telling everyone. But anyway, go to this class, and it's pouring rain. I went out to the parking lot, back of the parking lot where I normally park, and I got soaking wet, and then realized the car was in the front. And like I said, when these things happen constantly, it's one after another. You're sitting at a stoplight, and just for a minute, you don't remember where you're going, or you don't know, do I turn right or left? So many things come up. So some tips, don't push your loved one to accept this. They will accept it or not in their own time. Remember, that's a word you could drop from your vocabulary as well. Do you remember when? No, don't. And I'm forgetting more. In short-term memory, there aren't a lot of things I can remember from my past, my high school years, but can't remember what happened yesterday, for example. So when and that's been an issue as well, when we'll be having a discussion and my wife will say, but I just told you. She sees me normal and cannot quite grasp at the moment why I'm not following, and it's just gone. So that has a lot to do with it. Be patient. I always come back to that. Be patient. Check in with your family members. I thought my family didn't care, putting it bluntly. Of course, I know they do care, but put it out there, ask them how they're doing. If they need help, let us do things for ourselves until we ask for help or are offered help. I'm not as proud as I used to be. I know where my limitations are, and I just have to give into it if I can't do something. These things are fast. Things happen out of the blue. We have no control over it. So just realize, if you're dealing with someone who is early onset, young, that it's taking a toll on us emotionally, going through this and grasping it. So anyway, that's what I have. Thank you for joining me, commenting. If you have dementia as well and want to put up a video on this page, please feel free. God bless. Thank you.